G'day, mates. A few months ago, you will remember that we had in music superstar from Double J, Zan Rowe, to help build a footy playlist. And the goal was to make a playlist that captured the energy of footy and started a dialogue about a playlist that you can play on the way to the footy, whether you're on the train or whatever, but spoke to being an Australian footy fan. And I loved it. I play it regularly now. If you don't follow it, you can go and follow it on Spotify and our LinkedIn, or you can follow it somewhere else. But today is the second installment, and I'm very, very honoured to have another music gun joining us to do the second installment. This person is one of the most impressive individuals I've ever met. They are hilarious. They are just cool. Like, I usually write down the intros, but like, it's hard to express just how cool this guy is. There's some people in life who just have a natural, cool, positive energy to them. And like, they've been around for a while. I've watched from afar as a fan. They're a Demons fan, so we've become closer friends through that. But it's just seeing the rise of this individual as they've gone from being just like a gigging stand-up to a part-time host on Triple J, to the weekend hosts on Triple J, to now the host of Triple J breakfast every day of the week, apart from the weekend. Let me on. Please welcome Luka Muller.
Wow.
You are.
Thank you for these kind words, Broden. You are unbelievable.
You are one of the coolest people ever. And I was like, this is good for the Triple J brand to have you as the face of it. Like, when I was listening to Hottest 100 this year, don't you agree, Tom?
Yeah, I totally agree.
This is unbelievable. I had no idea this is what I was in for. I thought it'd just be like, you like the D's, don't you? And then we'd start. But we're off.
I want to know, I feel like, and this could be because I'm a little bit older in my twilight years, but being a Triple J breakfast host is like, it's a spiritual role.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I get you, for sure. And I've been doing that job for just over a year now. At time of recording, like a year and 3 days or something like
really?
That. Which is wild. Yeah, started on the 1st of July, 24. And for a long time, it didn't click in. It didn't feel real. I couldn't recognize that was a thing that I did. I felt like just to fill in, or I don't know, I was having an out-of-body experience or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think, hosting Hottest 100 this year made me go, that's what I do. That's my job to do that. That's crazy.
Has it changed? Have you noticed anyone talking to you differently having that job?
Yeah, a little,
really?
Perhaps, yeah.
Do they say vibe more?
A lot of vibe, a lot of tuna, a lot of that sort of stuff. Yeah,
you do a great job. So
Thank you.
Essentially, with Zan Rowe came in here and did an incredible job.
So good. What a playlist.
So if you weren't there for the first one, go back and listen to it, because Zan talks about these in a much more eloquent way than I will. But Eddie Curran Suppression Ring, Get Up Morning, which is very, very, I think just about the perfect footy song in this list. Sampa the Great.
So good.
Tame Impala. Cash Savage and the Last Drinks. Do you know Cash Savage and the Last Drinks?
Yeah, I know them a little bit. Was happy to see them appear on the playlist for sure.
Baker Boy.
Yeah.
Party Dozen.
Oh.
I don't know Party Dozen that well.
That's one of those names that I'd heard around for ages, and I bet probably in moments of weakness had said to people like, yeah, I know them, yeah, for sure, because they are quite a cool band to know, but I've never been that across them, to be honest.
Do you ever have to lie about liking music on breakfast?
No. Never even one time.
That's great. Do you get to just change the course of what is being played, or is it set?
A little bit. You have impact for sure, and without showing too much behind the curtain or whatever. There's a music team at Triple J. People know that, I think, whose job it is. But it's every week. It's a conversation about like, hey, these songs came out. What do you like? What would you want to play on your show? A bit of that. So you get to shape it a bit for sure.
You're a power broker, I understand.
Yes, absolutely. Label execs.
Find
me.
Because when I hear the news on Triple J, often it's like they talk about football as if it's like something they don't understand, but are reading out the words. Like, and the Sydney Swans won by 15 points. Is that because it's a Sydney, or at least a lot of the show is in Sydney? Does it feel quite Well, not sporty to begin with.
Yeah, I think in general, especially with AFL and NRL, because we try to just be national, not focus too much on things specific to the States. So I think it's a bit of that, but I think it's mostly our dear beloved newsreader Jack James. He won't mind me saying this. I love him very much. He's just doesn't know anything about sport ever at all. But it makes me feel good because many days he'll come in and check a pronunciation with me, or be like, "Does this sentence make sense in relation to cricket?" Like, yes, like before wicket is a real phrase. Don't stress.
Now you are a footy fan though. I know that because we are in multiple footy chats using online messenger platforms talking footy, but you're a Demons fan.
I am a Demons fan.
What a coincidence. That's great.
I think I assume at some point we will reference the successful 2021 Premiership campaign undertaken by the Melbourne Demons.
Is that the one we... Yeah, right.
But I think, because like you say, it feels like our friendship has grown through the years. And we didn't know each other that well, but we still spoke on the phone that night for a while.
I think I rang you.
Lovely.
Yeah, I said I love you to everyone that night. I rang around to everyone. It was a weird one as well, because where were you?
I was, locked in Hawthorn.
Yeah, you were living with roommates?
In the COVID lockdown.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I went to, I don't know if he still runs it, I assume he probably does, but our beautiful captain Max Gorn runs a wine bar just near there called East End. And, it's post-COVID. Zan admitted to similar things. But on that day, they were like, "Hey, Demons fans, come down." It's not like they were open, but there was just a gathering of people having their takeaway coffees out the front of that and having a wine pre-game and stuff. It was pretty sick to have like a bit of sort of ritual on that day.
It's still going. We don't have to make the whole thing about this, but on the telly right now is Adelaide playing Melbourne in 2022. And I was supposed to just have it on the background, and I make a point to not make it distract me. But man, Luke Jackson is so good.
Yeah, he's so good, man.
It's because I try to play it down how good he was for us, but he's...
You would never.
But because he's gotten better, right?
Yeah.
He's gotten better than he is now, but he is so good in this game.
Yeah, he went from your favourite player to why would you want two ruckmans anyway overnight? So
that's one too many. That's a completely useless ruckman.
Back to, we definitely would be really nice to have him. To finish the list, Zan also added Rolling Blackouts Coastal Fever, that was one when I was talking to Zan, I was like, I don't know them, but then I had liked a lot of their songs in my playlist, so they're cool.
Yeah, right. The name just didn't stick with you for whatever reason.
No, and then Paul Kelly, once again, no idea, but then when I listened back, I could see that this artist had other songs that I knew. And then Greg Champion thing about football. So all right, but here's the rules. Tell me if these work with your rules, but the vibe was, and Zan put this in, they should be Australian.
Yeah, yep. I've got one non-Australian song, but it's with good reason, if you'll allow it.
I love that. I don't give a fuck. Another one would be, what are some other rules for this that you think are important to a football playlist?
I would love to have heard about these rules before putting together my list, by the way.
No, I think rules are set to be broken, but I think it's about the spirit of football, not about football, right? Which is something that people didn't understand after this.
Yeah, that's so funny, because when I put it out, people were like, "Where's King Gizzard's Footy? That's about footy." Or they just start saying "Where's the Carlton theme song?" But it's about the vibes. I like a phrase I've started to use more and more is Rec Link Core.
Okay.
Do you know what that makes sense? So there's the Rec Link Cup, the community.
I sometimes worry that
event.
my path of now working at Triple J has set me away from maybe playing in that thing or being involved in it someday, and that stresses me out.
No, Luca, because in 15 years' time, when you're on your way to silver hair, not quite silver hair, think of where Bob Murphy is and how he looks.
Oh, yeah.
This is you, and you're hosting ABC Melbourne Afternoons.
Nice.
And you're just talking the most inconsequential shit. I want to know if you've ever had a coffee and you went, "That's just right."
Have you seen a duck in Albert Park? How's it cool?
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, right? And you're there. That's when you play for the Rock Dogs or what's the other one? The Rock Dogs or
the Megahertz. I believe.
Megahertz.
Right. So it's coming later.
It's coming. Don't worry. You need to be bad at footy. But also, Damien Callanan, who's a great comedian and actor and everything, was on here. And when he came on to chat about Emu Wars, a movie he was in, he came in full skins and he had come from a football game that is that they only play once a year on the winter solstice.
How unpleasant.
And it's only filled with poets and Paul Kelly types.
Okay.
and they stand around a bonfire afterwards and drink mulled wine and read poetry about football.
Very Callanan, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
That rules.
And it's
That's
like you have to bring something to contribute
Yeah.
to the artistry
Oh,
afterwards.
wow.
You know, like
Oh my God.
And he left.
Beautiful.
He left that early to come to this fucking stupid show.
That feels like a ritual to do that on the winter solstice.
I was
feels
mad
like
at
it's
him.
going to have
Yeah.
consequences.
I should ask him if he did it this year.
yes.
Anyway, let's go with your first one,
Yeah.
Luca.
All right. It might feel a bit hacky or a bit of a given or something, but I was shocked to see it not show up on Zanro's list, and I think it has to be on the playlist.
Okay, great.
It is none other than Hunters and Collectors Holy Grail.
Okay, yes. No, and that was one that a lot of people were... I was going to play it in my ear so I could remember it, but, mate, I know this one. Tell me why you want to add this to the playlist.
I mean, yeah, it was the theme of Ten's coverage of the AFL for what, I don't know, the mid-2000s when I was a kid and an early teen, and I just loved watching the footy. I reckon it went from before the game straight into this song, straight into the coverage of the footy. And yeah, it's just so good. And listening back to the song itself, like in preparation for putting it on this playlist, it's a pretty interesting and weird song as well. It starts by like sort of showing off the samples that they're going to use and then incorporating them and stuff. It's
he goes, doesn't he go, ah!
Yeah. And then he plays just the piano line and
Yeah.
then just the drum, and then it all comes together. It's cool.
Yeah. And it is, it's one of those ones as well where it's perfect for footy fans as well because it's Australiana. He's one of those guys who's transcended a few generations.
Oh, yeah.
But then also the song's literally about getting a cup.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty on the nose. And from looking at the wiki, it was also used for the NRL and all sorts of other stuff. But it rules. Also, one of the few songs that I at least can think of that uses the phrase "full of beans."
Full of...
Yeah.
And isn't it about, like, it's supposed to be about, or vaguely supposed to be about, like, King Arthur going for the Holy Grail, yeah?
Yeah. Well, he has a dream. He has a dream, right?
He woke up...
What happens in the dream is he was in the biggest army the world has ever seen.
And
they weren't fighting.
Are they
were just
marching
looking
in
for a
multiple
cup.
little groups, or...
Who can say?
Yeah, no, perfect addition. I think that needed to be there. There
Yeah.
were a lot of people who said... But also, it's great for Mark Seymour because it's also meant that he's just on corporate cashies for September for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah.
In a Mike Brady way.
Yes, looking at the wiki, it goes, this song was performed at the AFL Grand Final and then like 15 years.
I've seen him on 360 doing it, and you can see when he does it, like performing it for Robbo and Jared Waitley or something, or whether it's at the MCG or at some tent outside a venue, he's just no connection to the song whatsoever anymore. But some person at Channel 10 made that decision in 2004 or whatever, and it's...
Yeah, and I like that because it's so powerful and nostalgic for me, and I like that Zan highlighted Metagen, which was used in a similar way on maybe Fox Footy or whatever it was. But that a new generation will have that as their nostalgic go-to footy song.
100%. This might not... I'm sorry if this is on your list, but we'll make it the next one it is. But I feel like also Tip of My Tongue by Diesel needs to be on there for that. Do you know that one?
No.
So there'll be people who are a little bit older than us who will know it. So on Channel 7, when there was 7 games a weekend and Channel 7 only broadcasted like 3 a week, Dennis Committee or any of the other guys would go, if you don't want to know the score, look away now. And then it'll go, right on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, yes.
you remember
Wow. That is a memory locked away in my brain. Yeah.
Put
it on.
And then it would be like Melbourne 2 goals 1 to Geelong 98 goals 5.
Do you want to try your hand at commentating the final 15 seconds of this absolute nail biter?
Oh, fuck. Maybe this wasn't the game
You said that we won.
I thought
This doesn't feel like we're about to win.
Okay, so the game that's sitting in front of us, Matthew Nix is coaching, and we are down by 1 point with 12 seconds left. I do remember this game. Do you know why I remember this game, Luca? Because it's not 2022. This is 2021. This is the first game we lost of 2021, and it was about round 10 or round 11. And it was that. Remember, we had a great run that year.
We've just lost by 1 point to Adelaide at the Adelaide. Wow.
But we go on to win the flag this year, so it's all good.
That's so true.
And we're sitting here making a playlist. Doesn't matter that our team's fallen apart and the coach hasn't adapted in any way. What's your second fucking song?
Doesn't matter. Let's go for this. I think this song is just a vibe. It's so fun. It's so catchy. If we are on the hunt for Australian grand final halftime performers, which I think we should be.
Say no more, Foo Fighters.
Do you reckon that their price has dropped after the Dave Grohl controversy, and that's why this has happened a little bit?
I say that's why we got Katy Perry last year.
Yeah.
She was doing a rebrand and a rebuild, and they've locked in already, apparently.
Yeah, shit.
And 100%. They're launching a new album. They unceremoniously sacked their drummer without any explanation.
Real weird Instagram drama.
And then he's had a baby with not his wife.
Yeah. He also did a thing, they covered a Minor Threat song, and I was reading about it, and I love Minor Threat, but the band part was recorded in 1995, and then Grohl recorded his vocals this year, which feels like a very sort of middle-aged guy who's spiraling thing to do, finishing a 30-year-old project.
30 years ago, wow.
Jesus. Yeah, that's, what is that?
But I think if you're looking for, Aussie grown talent for the halftime show, 3% and featuring Jessica Mauboy, Won't Stop has got to be the song.
3% Won't Stop. Tell us about, who is 3%?
3% is, you might know the rapper Nookie. He was in Bad Apples and We Are Warriors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he's linked up with Dallas Crane and Angus Field. It's a three-piece, sort of all Indigenous like rap trio. And Mauboy features on this one. They also just released a brand new song today at time of release, which is sick. Freaking Kathy Freeman's in the video clip for it and stuff like that. Just sort of real vibey and a bit of a throwback to like your early 2000s or style hip hop where it's like there's a hook, there's a chorus with a hook and stuff. It's cool.
I'll play a bit.
Pipe down butter, we embracing for pink slips. Going too far, blonde hair with the pink tips. I stay flossing 22s with a pink trim.
It's all good shit. And you just wait for that chorus. You wait for that Mauboy chorus.
Yeah.
The picture for it as well is looks like a Indigenous painting of Nicky Winmar doing the shirt.
Yeah.
Up on up in Guernsey.
Yeah, pretty good shit.
Hell yeah. I feel
it's just a vibe. It's high energy. It's bouncy. It's just a beautiful track.
You've come to the podcast world, and you've come down to our level, but I feel like I've come to your level a bit because I'm writing the audio and like writing it up and down and shit. Nice.
This is how we do it too. We just have Spotify open on the computer. We just pull the slider up and down.
What would you do? Where would you? Is there like a catalog that? Like,
what are you asking me? How does the radio work?
Yeah, that's what he's asking.
What do you have microphones?
Yeah, we talk into them and everything.
Yeah, great.
No, there's like a system with the songs, and then there's a whole radio thing. You press the button, and then that song plays.
But do you have like a ABC buy all these songs, or do they?
Well, look, I don't really understand how that works. Yeah,
it's a version of Spotify.
Yeah.
What's your next one? That's a great addition. That's perfect for this list.
Beautiful. Let's go to this band. I believe it originates from Adelaide, but spent most of their time making music in Melbourne. They're very Melbourne-coded to me. This song does mention the footy, but it's not really about the footy, but just has the footy vibe. If we're talking song to listen to on a tram on the way to the footy, Scott and Charlene's Wedding, Don't Bother Me. And that's a Neighbours reference, I think, right?
Scott and Charlene's Wedding is, yes, it was a group. It was two people getting married, and one was Kylie Minogue and one was Jason Donovan.
Yes.
Did you say Don't Bother Me?
Don't Bother Me, yeah.
It's got 1 million plays.
It's their biggest one.
And it says footy in it.
Yeah, they mentioned the footy in, I think, the second verse, yeah, if you want to hear it.
Here it is. Here is a little bit of it.
When I get in the middle, my friends love and tease.
There's songs called Footscray Station,
Yeah.
Boundary Line. Yeah, I love this.
It don't bother me.
Hell yeah.
Sick as band. I think this is from about 2015 or 16. I would say it was like right as the crest of the wave of Dole Wave got a bit annoying when you would start to hear like Melbourne bands talking about riding the tram with a very Aussie accent, and you go, I've heard this a little bit too many times now, but for me, they came early enough where I was like, they're actually sick.
What do you, Doleface?
Dole Wave.
Dole Wave. So like that's a bit of King Gizzard at some points.
Bit of Gizzard,
Smith Street.
Bit of Smith Street for
Camp
sure.
Cope.
Camp Cope, bit of Courtney Barnett.
Yep.
Yeah, bit of Dick Diver, that sort of stuff.
But I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. A song about the 86. Awesome.
I should start a passion project where it's just me on a loop just sort of saying like, gotta go to Woolies Metro, get in there, have a pie. Chats, I guess, as well.
Yeah, chats. I think Dole Wave was usually reserved for like Melbourne bands.
I love that.
Which is pretty funny.
I love that.
But Chats is playing in the right area for sure. Yeah.
Northern Dole Wave. All right, great. What's the next one?
This band you wouldn't call a Dole Wave band, but it's funny that I just made fun of a band that would dare to reference the 86 Tram because this song specifically references the 86 Tram.
Bedroom Philosopher.
It's a band called Ern Malley, and the song is called Hertford Street, which is, I think, a street in Carlton North or Brunswick East or something like that. And this is just a sick song. I think it's sort of got a bit of like 80s Aussie sort of vibe. You can definitely hear a bit of Paul Kelly in this. It's a great sort of tram song. This, to me, you hear this and you just picture being late night on the tram. You go, oh, thank God the trams in Melbourne are so efficient. They run so late. This is just bloody good stuff. And let's have a listen, and then there's a little bit of a deeper connection to Footy.
Oh, great. I should have cut forward, but it's great.
And they got singing and everything later. You just wait.
What's the deeper? Tell me about the deeper connection.
So, the singer of that voice, his name is Al, and he is, I guess I'd say I'm friends with him a little bit, but more so he's friends with my brother. And they, along with another friend of theirs, Tim and Ed Kerno, run Pool Wines, which you might know, which you might have seen at the Princess Park. If you've been to a game of the W at Icon Park, they're there, they're set up, they got their little stall that they sell the wines from.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a cool... I mean, I'm obviously biased because he's my brother and people that I sort of vaguely know, but I find that to be such a sick, unique element of going to those games at Icon Park. It's sick.
It's incredibly... this is Ern Malley, incredibly football-y.
Yes.
And you've got that. Those trucks at Icon Park are a big vibe.
Yeah, big vibe.
Okay, great. I love that. That's very good. Ern Malley, Hertford Street.
Should we crack into the non-Australian on the list?
Yes, and yes, I need good reasoning.
You're going to be mad. Please don't be.
It's Sabrina Carpenter.
Let's go for Tyler, the Creator, specifically Lumberjack.
Oh, okay, right. So it's a big name.
Mm-hmm. Big name, big song.
Tell me.
His sort of album cycle means that often his singles get left behind and forgotten. A few of them sort of leap out and stick in people's mind. But this is off the Call Me If You Get Lost album, which was a killer concept album from 2021. And I think just if you want to talk just musicality, vibe-wise, it's very energetic. It's classic sort of brash, confident Tyler coming at you. All the vibe you need to come into a game of footy full of beans, as Mike Seaforth would say.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we ready.
Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father didn't pull out.
Awesome.
So some great Tyler sense of humour there as well. And, I'm loath to put something with such a personal footy connection on the playlist, but this song and this album I listened to so much in 2021 when we were all in the COVID lockdown, and I would run. I got very into running in that lockdown, and I was all kitted out on my runs in Demons gear, my little Demon shorts and my Demons training top and everything like that. And specifically between going to Max Gorn's wine bar for a coffee on the morning of the grand final, and before the grand final starting, I had a lot of nervous energy and I did not know what to do with myself or my time, and I was just around the house. And so I went for a real fucking long run, 15k run, the longest I've ever run ever.
Nice.
And listened to that album and that song a bunch of times.
It's a good vibe for like... I often think about like a good song that would play before a game, because we've been playing the 8 Mile theme instrumental before the bounce for fucking 25 years now, it feels like. But this playing as everyone's walking to their position.
There's definitely some colourful language, but
maybe they should cut it out.
They could do an edit. They could employ you, Tom, to cut a few little bits and bobs out. It'd be all sweet.
I could help.
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes for a long time, for a really long time, for way too long actually, far too recently. The instrumental of Black Skinhead by Kanye West was playing at AFL games all the time.
Yeah.
So much.
It was like, stop playing this fucking song. Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah,
but
pretty wild.
But a good instrumental's a good instrumental.
A great song on its own merit, and reminds me of just the beautiful year that was 21 and the running and the gear and everything.
That is a good argument for not putting the grand final at night, because that day sucked.
Yeah. What did you do?
I was in Cairns on a TV show, so I woke up at like 6 a.m. as well. I went for a swim. I walked to the ocean. I walked back. I went and saw what's the Marvel movie, the
21, I feel like, was the depth of slop Marvel
Yeah.
movies as well.
But surely you were so distracted during the Marvel film.
I did. I just sat there going, it's just going to kill my mind for 2 hours. And I was like, this sucks. And then
I've been checking for injuries and stuff though the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
time.
went to the gym.
Updates.
It was like 12 hours.
it was forever. It felt like so long.
Yeah, not for me. What's your next one?
Let's go for Tyrannoman, great Melbourne band. Let's go for the song I Don't Want to Go to Jail. It's about a guy who's worried that he's going to go to jail. Nothing to do with footy. Great, just Melbourne band. I believe Nick the singer was a big St Kilda fan. Pretty sure I've seen him performing in a St Kilda beanie and scarf before.
That's sick.
Sorry if I've misquoted the team, but he definitely is a footy lover, and this band just rocks. And it's just sort of a thrashy garage punk Melbourne band that I don't think is putting stuff out anymore, but rules, and it was one of my favourites for a while. And I wish I could be more specific about the year and the game, but I definitely have a memory of going to a game in the afternoon and then going to see these guys at night, and it's just perfect stuff.
Tyrannoman, what I like about this, not knowing them, is I see the image for it, right? And a straight into the playlist for me is I know where the photo of the band was taken.
Where is that? I was trying to place it.
That's Antenna Sale, so that's in Abbotsford.
Yeah.
It's got a maxi cab going past. I know exactly where that is. And I'm like, well, then because that gets you in. That's what Aaron Patterson's doing right now.
Yeah, she's singing this song.
Yeah.
Can I say, that was you start right at the start of the chorus, that faded up. That was crazy.
I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better.
Oh my God. I was just looking at it. A number on a screen of 41 seconds, that's probably the chorus.
Yeah, probably.
You're learning about it. Yeah.
We got 2 more songs to add to the playlist. Let's go
Love it.
for Full Flower Moon Band and a song called Train Spotting. Are you across this band?
Yes, I know the lead
Kate.
singer. Yeah.
We love Kate. Kate is an absolute star. And you probably know Brody, her partner.
Yeah, I know it through Brody's work, yeah.
Yeah. He's a great video maker and just a killer guy. Both of them.
I think the lead singer of this band, I said to Brody, is one of the coolest people I've ever fucking met.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to start this podcast by calling me cool,
Yeah.
compare me to Kate. We're in different universes. This is crazy.
Which song did you say?
Train Spotting.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not even close to the ballpark of the coolness of Kate. Yeah.
This
is
charisma coming out everywhere. Like, incredible.
sort of I've spoken about this band on the radio so many times and never really found the words to describe it. It's like it's a spooky sort of garage rock that is just so powerful. I would say the best live band in Australia right now. Her presence and the rest of them, they're just so well rehearsed and so just the energy is just unmatched.
Full Flower and Amel are on the same spectrum, but like one's hardcore right in your fucking face, and these guys are really laid back, but being as cool at the same time vibes.
Yeah, totally. This is a bit more the post-punk or something sort of vibe of it. Let's go. Let's hear some tracks.
Let's see how I go with the flow in here. I don't know if this is fair, but like they make me think of bands like Beasts of Bourbon and Cruel Sea and Tex Perkins
For
stuff.
sure. That sort of really fuzzed out, scratchy, screeching guitar sound is just unreal. Yeah, great band, great live band. And I mean, I love this song, but I did want to. I think Kate's based in Melbourne now, but originally from Brisbane. You'd call them a Brisbane band. I do think the playlist was heading pretty Melbourne heavy, and I think we need representation. Queens are
Vic
killing
Bias.
it in the AFL.
Vic Bias.
Vic Bias, even in the world of playlists, it's true. And there's only one final addition to the playlist, and it's got to be the Whitlams Blow Up the Pokies.
Oh, right, okay.
I just, through, work doing the Hottest 100 of Australian songs, revisited the Whitlams and revisited this song and just thought it was fucking sick, and it's a great song, and it's very Victorian. But I think specifically, like, all of footy media is just infested by pro-gambling stuff. So why not put an anti-gambling song in the playlist?
Fuck it.
Let's see how I go with this. I should know this where this one comes in. Oh, no, never mind. All right.
Pretty good. Yeah, this has got grand final winning montage vibes.
This is big sing-along.
Then you can be your own man again. He's very politically fueled with a lot of his stuff as well. Do you remember the song "Gotta Love This City" that they did? where he starts just talking about the Sydney getting the Olympic Games and like the
Yeah, it's awesome. I realised I just called them a very Victorian band, which is so untrue. They
full
fucking love
Sydney.
Sydney so fucking much. The reason I think that is because the only time I've ever seen them live was at like a Day on the Green type thing in Bendigo. And so when I picture them, I picture the fields of Bendigo.
Yeah. But like, what an interesting time that was where I like, there's like, when we were growing up, I've talked to Cam James about this too, comedian, but like the stars of Australia, like Eskimo Joe or like in that Toothed Jet, just these gigantic Goliaths. But for the most part, they were only big in Australia, but they had really profound careers just off doing a loop of the one country.
Of the same 6
Maybe go to New Zealand occasionally. But like, yeah, she had it doing their farewell tour now or soon or something, and like full careers off just going around Australia. But Whitlam's 100%.
Love those Whitlams. Got to have them in there.
Beautiful ending for it, Luka. Are you doing shows soon? Can we plug shows?
Not particularly. I'm still doing some stand-up around the places, but nothing that's really worth plugging.
No, let's plug your special.
Oh, yeah, please. You were at it.
I was
Thank
at
you
the
for coming to that, by
live
the way.
taping at Comedy Republic of, what's it officially called?
It's called 5 Top Smells I Smelled Before.
So it's a fucking immensely original idea. So when you walk into the room, and I guess all the cards are gone now, but you can still watch them.
If you want, you can buy off my website a scratch and sniff card to be delivered to your house to watch with the special.
So you get a scratch and sniff card, and for every story that he tells, you scratch off and there's a smell for it. And it's the best. It's just so cool, and it's a really fun show. It's about living in Melbourne.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. No,
More
that's
Vic
sick.
Bias.
More Vic Bias. Victorian comedians, the absolute best through the roof.
But also you can catch you every morning on your drive to work.
Absolutely. 6 to 9 a.m. on Triple J talking about almost none of these songs.
Thanks, Luka.
Man, thanks for having me.
Everyone bounce.
Hang on. Before you bounce
Yeah.
the pill, I have a gift for you.
Oh!
I asked if you'd like to receive it on or off pod, and you said on pod. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Hell yeah. What is it?
So this is in February 2022. I just finished performing at the Adelaide Fringe Festival, and for the first time ever, I'd had a profitable season. And I was feeling nice about that. And so I went to to Gluttony, which if people don't know is a big sort of a big garden with all tents and shows and food trucks and stuff that happens at the Adelaide Fringe. And I just was hanging by myself, and I had a couple beers and I was feeling great. It was after my last show of the night. I was feeling real sweet, very sentimental, and I was a bit sick. I had footy fever real bad.
Yeah,
And
sure.
so I was scrolling on my phone. I remember sitting on a weird hill, and that's what I reckon was a few meters away from me. I was scrolling on my phone, and I was looking for a new Demons hat. I was like, we just won the flag last year. I got to get some Facebook Marketplace merch so that I can be hooked up for the new season. And I bought this hat, and regardless of how many times I've tried it on, it's a fucked fitting hat. It does not fit.
I know that feeling.
I don't think it fits any human skull, so you can try it, or you can just put it on the set here or something.
No, please.
But this is the hat.
Oh, that is a good
Give
hat.
it a good look to the camera. It is a collab, I guess, between the Melbourne Demons and Top Flight, the golf brand, and it has a little demon swinging a golf club.
Oh, that's great.
So where did you find it?
Just on Facebook Marketplace for $20.
Wow.
And somebody mailed it to me.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful,
I
Luka.
pulled it out and thought, that looks fucked, actually. And then I put it in my head.
It's got
and
the
it was
logo.
fucked.
It's got the logo demon of the late 90s, literally playing golf. I mean,
Does it fit your skull?
that feels
Sort
like.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
I've been wearing beanies a lot, so like to look at myself in the thing there, I look like feels wrong, but it feels right as well.
It's all yours if you want it.
Oh, we'll absolutely take this on board, whether it's on set or on my head.
Please, whatever you want to do with it.
Thank you.
yours.
Can I have that one too? You're the one you're wearing.
Just for personal use.
Okay, right, fair enough. Thanks, Luke. I got a new hat. There's more on the playlist. Go and follow it. We'll speak soon. Luka Muller, everyone. Bounce that pill.
This is a Grouse House podcast.